Today I wanted to talk a little bit more about contracts. There have been a great many 2-Minute Tuesdays about contracts, what's an enforceable contract, what's not an enforceable contract, what's necessary, the necessary terms of a contract. All of these 2-Minute Tuesdays have been about Maryland contracts and not about contracts throughout the country. The question often comes up, what law applies? Is it Maryland law or is it some other law? And the short answer, is that the courts will use the law of the location of the contract. Now, that's a very easy rule to say and has become a very difficult rule to follow. When the rule was created hundreds and hundreds of years ago, people weren't calling one another and talking about contract terms from one state to another or one country to another. They were simply meeting with each other and jotting down the terms of a contract. Now, of course, things are very different with the internet, with social media, with telephones, all sorts of different ways of communicating. It can be a very difficult question. Where was this contract formed? Where was the contract created? If you've got one party in Texas and one party in Maryland and they're negotiating by telephone, maybe they're meeting in Illinois or something like that, there becomes a very difficult question. One of the things that I've seen people try to do to get around this issue is they will put a clause in their contract that says this contract shall be governed by the laws of and whatever state. It's an important thing for you to have in mind as you're reviewing contracts. One is, if that term is in there, you're going to want to have a lawyer who's familiar with the laws of that state reviewing. The other is, if you're not going to have a clause like that in your contract, then you're probably going to want to have your own lawyer draft a contract here in the state of Maryland, because that will help a court decide that your contract was created in Maryland and therefore should be governed by the rules of Maryland. Again, Maryland has very expansive contract rules, and so we like to have the contracts governed by the law of the state of Maryland. I'm David Kaminow. If you have any questions about contracts or any other legal issues, please give me a call.